Now we're going to discuss the manner in which we can do actually a bench check of the vacuum flow. So we'll remove the ABB head cover, and you'll see immediately under the cover there is an assembly that is referred to as the flow disc. It is a bimetal disc that will only pop and open up and allow flow to the aspirator when this main flange gets up near 400 degrees. So we've got to replace that. We replace it what we call our dummy disc. That most of you, we've supplied this to you in the Draxton kit. The dummy disc has no flow disc in it. It's much easier than taking the gaskets, etc. apart on the existing assembly. The orientation of both of these is, you'll see what I refer to as a cut corner. That cut corner goes up to the right hand side in this case. We'll remove the existing disc assembly, two screws only, and they are the flat blade screws, one in here and one in back. We'll take the dummy disc. If the gasket comes out with their existing assembly, we have a spare gasket, making sure that the holes are in the same orientation. We would put that on the dummy disc and insert it. Note again that there's a cut corner here and there's actually a cut corner in the gaskets, but just note the orientation of the multiple holes. Fortunately, in this case, the gasket stayed on, which in most cases it will. You insert the dummy disc in the right orientation and you retighten those two flat blade screws. Then now you're ready to run a vacuum test. Again, here's your vacuum port, and install your vacuum gauge and apply instrument air to the instrument. We'll do a vacuum test now that we've got our gauge installed in the vacuum port. We'll connect 30-pound air to the instrument air input. And you'll see that it's pretty well ramped right on up to 15 inches negative of mercury. Again, that's the vacuum gauge 0 to 30, and we're drawing 15 inches of vacuum in mercury. Disconnect now and put it all back together. Again, the proper reading for a good aspirator, good vacuum, is anywhere from 14 to 19 negative in inches of mercury. And again, negative 14 to negative 19 inches of mercury. That's what we're looking for. Once you've done your vacuum test and your aspirator appears to be in good shape, then remove the dummy disc, of course. And replace the original disc assembly. Again, notch here, that cut corner goes up to the upper right hand side, and replace that. Again, installing both of the flat screws and the other screw back in here, tighten that down. And then this assembly is ready to go because you've done a proper vacuum check on the bench. You know you've got 14 to negative 19 inches of vacuum. That's good. You want negative 14, negative 19. And this assembly is ready to go. So be careful not to crimp any of the wires as you put the head cover back on. And this assembly is ready to take up in the unit again.